Welcome back to the deep dive where we take your source material and really get to the heart of it. Today, we're diving into the first leg of the Europa League round of 16 clash between Real Sociedad and Manchester United.
Interesting one, this.
It is, isn't it? Now, you sent this match in, so you obviously know that on paper, Manchester United were the favorites.
Yeah.
But Real Sociedad have a reputation for being incredibly tough to break down. This match definitely had all the ingredients for a tense, tactical battle.
Yeah, and it delivered on that promise, didn't it? Right from the lineups, you could sense the intrigue. Manchester United had a string of injuries to contend with, which forced their hand a bit.
Yeah, seeing Benitez get his first start since January definitely raised some eyebrows.
Yeah, first start since January.
What was the thinking there, tactically speaking?
Well, it seemed like Manchester United were keen to exploit Real Sociedad's high defensive line, particularly with Garnacho's pace down the right flank. They wanted to stretch the play and create those one-on-one situations where their speed could really cause problems.
And there were some moments where it felt like that plan was about to pay off, weren't there? I'm thinking of that sequence early on where Fernandes had two shots blocked practically on the goal line,
Oh, yeah.
followed by that header that just went wide.
Oh, absolutely. Those are crucial moments. You could see the frustration building for Manchester United. What's interesting is that they kept trying to attack in a very similar way, almost relying too heavily on that initial plan. What did you think about their approach in those early stages?
To be honest, it felt a bit one-dimensional.
Right.
It's like they had a hammer and everything looked like a nail. They needed to vary their attacks, maybe try some more intricate passing combinations through the middle, or
Right.
even switch the play to the left side to keep Real Sociedad guessing.
Exactly. That predictability allowed Real Sociedad to settle into their defensive shape
Yeah.
and anticipate where the danger was coming from. And let's not forget, Real Sociedad are masters at defending a lead.
Oh, for sure.
They're so disciplined and organized.
Which brings us to the halftime analysis, where the commentators were speculating about the impact of the humidity on the players. Do you think that played a significant role?
It's certainly possible, especially for the younger players in Manchester United's midfield who might not be as accustomed to those conditions. But I wouldn't overstate its importance. At the end of the day, both teams had to deal with the same heat and humidity. I think it comes down to mentality and tactical adjustments.
Right. So let's move into the second half. It felt like Bruno Fernandes started playing in a more advanced role, almost as a second striker at times.
Oh, yeah.
Did you notice that shift?
Absolutely. And I think that was a key adjustment for Manchester United's manager. By pushing Fernandes further forward, they were able to create more overloads in the attacking third and get him closer to the goal where he's most dangerous. And you saw how that paid off with the goal.
Yes. That goal was a thing of beauty. A fantastic team move with precise passing and movement. Casemiro, as always, played a pivotal role in initiating the attack, and the finish was clinical.
Although, if we're being critical, the goalkeeper's positioning could have been better. He seemed a bit hesitant and left too much space at the near post.
I see what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to give credit to Manchester United for the quality of that build-up play.
Oh.
It was incisive and relentless, and they finally got the breakthrough they deserved.
Right. But now, here's where things get really interesting. Real Sociedad didn't crumble after conceding. Instead, they made some key substitutions and started to ask some serious questions of Manchester United's defense.
And then, of course, we have the most controversial moment of the match, the penalty decision that left everyone scratching their heads. It was a header that hit Bruno Fernandes' arm, but the commentators were debating the interpretation of the handball law.
Oh, the handball rule.
I know.
The handball rule can be so tricky to apply consistently, can't it? It's often a matter of interpretation, and in this case, the referee decided to award the penalty. But you could see the frustration on the faces of the Manchester United players.
Yeah.
They clearly felt it was a harsh decision.
And it seemed to give Real Sociedad a new lease on life. Suddenly, they were the ones on the front foot, pressing high, forcing turnovers, and creating dangerous chances. I'm thinking specifically of that rotten finish, as the commentator put it, from Ori Oskarsson.
Oh, yes.
What a chance that was.
Yes, if he had connected cleanly with that cross, Real Sociedad might have been heading into the second leg with a lead.
And on the other end, Onana made some crucial saves to keep Manchester United in the game. He certainly redeemed himself after conceding that earlier goal.
Those saves were vital. He kept a clean sheet for the remainder of the match, which ultimately ensured that Manchester United went into the second leg on level terms.
And that, I think, is a perfect place to pause for now. We've covered a lot of ground in this first half of the deep dive, from Manchester United's early dominance and missed opportunities to Real Sociedad's resilient response and the controversial penalty decision.
It's been a fascinating analysis so far. We've unpacked the tactical nuances, the key moments, and the individual performances that shaped the first leg of this enthralling encounter.
We'll be back in a moment to delve even deeper into the second half and discuss the implications of this draw for the second leg. But before we do that, we just wanted to take a quick moment to remind you to subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media, and support us on Patreon. All the links are in the description. Your support helps us continue bringing you these in-depth analyses and insightful discussions.
We appreciate your continued support. Now, let's get back to the deep dive.
Right back to it.
Yeah, it's remarkable how that penalty decision completely shifted the momentum of the match.
It really did. Before the penalty, Manchester United seemed to be in control, dictating the tempo and creating the better chances. But after the penalty, it was like they'd lost their rhythm, and Real Sociedad seized the opportunity.
That's the psychological aspect of football, isn't it? A single incident, a referee's call, can completely change the mindset of both teams. Manchester United started to doubt themselves, and Real Sociedad, fueled by a sense of injustice, suddenly believed they could get back into the game.
And they almost did. They had some excellent opportunities to equalize, particularly that chance from Oscarsson.
Oh, yeah.
It was a brilliant counterattack, but the final touch let him down.
Yeah, he had the goal at his mercy, but he rushed the shot and couldn't direct it on target. That's a moment that will probably haunt him, especially considering how the match ultimately ended.
Makes you wonder how the match might have unfolded if Real Sociedad had taken that chance. Would they have gone on to win the game? Would Manchester United have panicked and conceded another goal?
We can only speculate, of course, but it's a reminder that football is a game of fine margins, and even the smallest details can have a huge impact on the final result.
Absolutely. Speaking of small details, I wanted to go back to something you mentioned earlier about Manchester United's attacking approach in the first half.
Yeah.
You said it felt a bit one-dimensional, and I completely agree. Do you think that was a tactical miscalculation from the manager, or was it more a case of the players not executing the plan effectively?
It's probably a combination of both factors. The manager might have been too focused on exploiting Real Sociedad's high defensive line, neglecting other areas of the pitch where Manchester United could have created chances. But at the same time, the players also bear some responsibility for not being adaptable enough.
They needed to recognize that their initial strategy wasn't working and adjust their approach accordingly. Maybe try some more intricate passing moves, switch the play more often, or even look to exploit set pieces.
Exactly. And that's where experience and game intelligence come into play. The best players can read the game, anticipate the opponent's movements, and make decisions in real time to adapt to the changing circumstances.
That's what separates the good players from the great players. They don't just follow instructions blindly. They think for themselves and find creative solutions on the pitch.
Now let's shift our focus to the implications of this draw for the second leg. A 1-1 scoreline means it's all still to play for. But psychologically, who do you think has the advantage?
That's a tough question. On the one hand, you could argue that Real Sociedad will be feeling more confident after holding Manchester United to a draw at Old Trafford. They know they can compete with them, and they'll have the home crowd behind them in the second leg.
But on the other hand, Manchester United will be determined to make amends for their missed opportunities in the first leg. They know they should have won the game, and they'll be looking for a more clinical performance in front of goal.
And let's not forget, the away goal rule no longer applies in the Europa League, so a draw wouldn't necessarily favor Real Sociedad.
That's right. It's essentially a clean slate for both teams. However, I think a key factor to consider will be squad rotation. Both teams have busy schedules with domestic league and cup matches to contend with.
Will they prioritize the Europa League, or will they rest some key players and risk potential upset?
It's a delicate balancing act for the managers. They need to weigh up the importance of each competition against the risk of fatigue and injuries.
And that's where tactical flexibility and squad depth become crucial. The teams that can adapt to different opponents and cope with injuries will have a significant advantage in these knockout stages.
We're not just talking about the starting 11 anymore. It's about having players on the bench who can come on and make a difference. It's about having a cohesive unit that can adapt to different formations and tactical approaches.
And it's about having the mental resilience to bounce back from setbacks, to handle pressure, and to perform at their best when the stakes are high.
The second leg promises to be a fascinating tactical battle. We'll be looking for clues in the lineups, the substitutions, and the in-game adjustments that both managers make.
It's like a chess match, isn't it? Each move has consequences, and every decision can swing the momentum in one direction or the other.
And just like in chess, it's not always the most talented team that wins, it's the team that makes the fewest mistakes and capitalizes on their opponent's weaknesses.
Feels like we've only just scratched the surface of this matchup.
Yeah, we have, haven't we? And that's the beauty of a two-legged tie. It's a prolonged tactical battle, a chance for both teams to learn from their mistakes and adapt their approach.
So much can happen between now and the second leg. Players can regain their form, injuries can heal, and managers can devise new strategies to exploit their opponent's weaknesses.
And we might see some unexpected twists and turns. A player who was quiet in the first leg could suddenly burst into life. A tactical tweak could unlock a team's attacking potential.
Or a moment of individual brilliance could decide the tie.
That's the unpredictable nature of football, isn't it? We can analyze the tactics, the statistics, the historical data, but ultimately it's the human element that makes this sport so captivating.
It's the passion, the drama, the tension,
Yeah.
the moments of magic that leave us breathless.
And those moments can come from anywhere. A young player making their debut, a veteran proving they still have what it takes, a goalkeeper making a stunning save, a striker scoring a wonder goal.
This match between Real Sociedad and Manchester United has already given us a glimpse of that magic.
Yeah. It's been a clash of styles, a battle of wills, a display of tactical nous and individual brilliance.
And it's far from over. The second leg promises to be even more intense, even more unpredictable, even more enthralling.
We'll be watching closely, analyzing every move, every pass, every decision.
It's like a chess match, isn't it?
Yeah.
Each move has consequences, and every decision can swing the momentum in one direction or the other.
And just like in chess, it's not always the most talented team that wins. It's the team that makes the fewest mistakes and capitalizes on their opponent's weaknesses.
Well, on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into this fascinating Europa League clash. A huge thank you to you for suggesting this match and providing the source material.
Yes, thank you.
Remember to subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analyses like this, and let us know in the comments what other matches you'd like us to cover.
We love hearing from you.
Until then, keep exploring the beautiful game.